This is a message from Her Majesty's Lord-Lieutenant of Bedfordshire, Helen Nellis, on the occasion of the Festival for Older People 2020. It is my great pleasure to join you virtually this year for this splendid festival in Bedfordshire, which brings together and celebrates all the great work which is done in our county to support and encourage our older people. We meet during a hugely challenging time in our lives as we all grapple with the effects that COVID-19 is having. There is no doubt that the lockdown period and the releasing of lockdown with messages that have sometimes been less than clear has had a huge impact on people in their senior years, with all parts of people's lives turned upside down, from their finances, their work and retirement plans, losing loved ones and being unable to grieve in the normal way, isolation from friends and family, and a general worry about health issues which involve both the virus itself, but equally existing or new conditions where people may not have felt able to seek help. So of course, this is an extremely worrying time where we have all had to dig deep to find the inner strength to help ourselves and others to find the best way to come through. On a more positive note, we should remember also that for some, there has been the opportunity to rethink work-life balance, to get involved in their communities for the first time, and to build new, healthier exercise and eating regimes. With the encouragement of our wonderful charities and organisations which support our older population in Bedfordshire, I have heard how our older people have been embraced by their communities, as well as encouraging those who are able to establish strong community links where neighbours help each other. For those of you who follow my social media, you will have seen the many stories of selfless behaviours which individuals, neighbourhoods, charities, key workers and businesses have shown during the pandemic. In so many ways, and working together as partners, these amazing people have sought to ensure that vulnerable people have been protected both physically but also mentally, for example by setting up phone and technology conversations with the isolated. If I think about my own experience of this time, it has been marked by many features. Having children who live abroad and translating my work from office to home-based meant that I had to get to grips with technology so that I could keep in touch. I had never heard of Zoom or MS Teams before March 2020, but now they have become a vital part of my everyday life. It is not the same as being able to give the children and my elderly relatives a hug, but it has brought us together and connected us. On the work side, it has been pleasurable not to have to sit in traffic jams or wait for crowded commuter trains, and I have to admit to participating in some Zoom meetings with my slippers on, which feels like a guilty treat. On the wider picture, I have been so heartened by the tremendous gains that have happened as a result of people working together as never before. The common enemy of the pandemic has meant that barriers that have existed for years have been broken down, and the common purpose of keeping our communities functioning and supported has been a catalyst to many changed working practices, which I hope will persist. Mostly, I am even more acutely aware of the needs that we have as human beings to play our part in building strong communities, where importantly the vulnerable and isolated are seen and respected and cherished. In concluding, let's remember that older people carry the collective wisdom of our societies. They are valued and valuable members of our families and communities. We must hear the voices of older people and those who work with and for them to identify how best they can be supported. We need to work together to protect older people from the virus and to ensure their physical and mental needs are being met going forward into the post-COVID world. Physical distance doesn't mean social distance. We all need to check in regularly on older parents, neighbours, friends or relatives who live alone or in care homes in whatever way is possible, so that they know how much they are loved and valued. I wish you all a very successful festival for older people in Bedfordshire, and I hope that we will be together in person next year. Thank you.